Hey there guys and gals, and welcome back to the D4A channel. Today I'm going to show you how to clean a set of motorcycle carburetors. So here's what we are going to need. We are going to need some basic tools, some carb cleaner, and some compressed air. Now, to properly clean our carburetors, we are going to need to remove the following. We need to remove our trumpets, or as some call them, velocity stacks. We need to remove our throttle slide, our needle and diaphragm. We also need to remove our main jets, our needle jet holders, and our pilot jets. We need to remove our pilot screws, we need to remove our air cutoff valves, and we need to remove our choke valves. Now, to remove all of this, we are also going to need to separate our carburetors. Now, before we start removing things, here's a little tip when removing the carbs from your bike, or in my case, a car engine. You have to drain the fuel first by using these little fuel drain screws at the bottom of the float bowls. Attach a little hose here and drain away the fuel. This will make the removal a lot easier and avoid any fuel spilling around. The first thing I'm going to remove are the top covers. They are held down by 3 bolts, and underneath the covers are the throttle slides, needles, springs, and diaphragms. In the case of my carburetors, which are from a Honda CBR 600 F4, this is one single part and is easily removable. Once you unbolt the top cover, hold it down so you can remove the spring without too much drama. Remove everything and set aside, and don't mix anything up. Everything needs to go back to the same carb it came from. Next up, it's time to remove the float bowl covers. These are also held down by 3 bolts each and are really easy to remove. As you can see, I have upgraded all the bolts on my CBR 600 carbs from Phillips head ones, which are easily damaged and stripped. I have upgraded them to hex bolts. These are much harder to strip and a lot easier and nicer to work with. This is something I highly recommend you do, as it can save a lot of time and frustration. If you have a set of Honda CBR 600 carbs, check out the link in the video description where you can buy a little bolt upgrade kit from my little website and help support my MR2 build. Next up, we are going to remove our velocity stacks. This is also very easy to do, and you just have to remove a bunch of bolts. Don't be confused by this big black plate on my carbs. It doesn't make this procedure any different, and this is just for my air filter. If you have removed your carbs from a motorcycle, you will not have this sort of plate on your carbs, but as I said, it doesn't change anything. After this, we are going to remove all of our choke valves. We have a total of 4 choke valves here, and the bracket which activates all of them is held in by these 2 bolts. Once the bracket and return springs have been removed, it's time to remove the choke valves themselves. You can easily remove them with a simple wrench. After this, it's time to separate the carbs. To do this, we are going to need to remove the nuts, which are at the end of the 2 long rods that hold the carbs together. Once you have removed the nuts, slide out the rods and separate the carbs. The carbs often won't come apart that easily and might need a bit of help. Of course, be very gentle and patient here. Once you have separated the carbs, mark which one is which so you do not mix them up. This is very important, and make sure that everything you remove from the carbs doesn't get mixed up. As I already said, everything has to go back to the same carb it came from. After the carbs have been separated, we are going to remove our pilot screws, our main jets, our pilot jets, and our needle jet holders. Some also call them the emulsion tubes. Also, because we have separated the carbs, we have access and we can remove all of our 4 air cutoff valves. And here is the number one reason of a no start condition on a carbureted internal combustion engine. And the number one reason is clogged pilot jets. Pilot jets have a very tiny orifice, a very tiny diameter hole in them, and it can get easily clogged. When it's clogged, not enough fuel is coming into your engine, and therefore your engine won't start. Here you can see a clogged pilot jet, and here you can see a clean one. Also, here's a side-by-side view of one that's about to get clogged and the clean one. Now it's time to begin the actual cleaning. This is of course the easy part, and it's very straightforward and common sense. Spray everything and every orifice with carb cleaner and then blow it all out with a lot of compressed air. The more time you spend doing this, the better it is and the cleaner your carbs will be. If needed, soak some of the bits in carb cleaner overnight. Also, inspect everything for damage or unusual wear and replace as needed. When it comes to the gaskets, they of course need to be inspected as well and replaced as needed. I like to give all the rubber gaskets and O-rings some silicone spray to refresh them and make sure the rubber stays nice and flexible. After you have cleaned everything thoroughly, it's time to put everything back in its place and reinstall the carbs. After a cleaning procedure that is this detailed, you will need to readjust your pilot screws and also balance your carburetors. And there you have it, one fully clean set of motorcycle carburetors that should have your bike engine, or in my case, a car engine, starting and running smoothly. Now, if you have any sort of questions regarding the cleaning of the carbs, do not hesitate to ask them in the comment section, and I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge and abilities. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope you liked it. And of course, do not forget to share, like, comment and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you soon with more fun and useful stuff on the D4A channel.